We are super excited to hear Patrick's take on this list of films this weekend. So let's jump right in because we have been so excited for the first one. Of course, it is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yes, well, it's great that you bring in super because we're talking about superheroes. And with this one particularly, we have a lot to talk about with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So let's just take a look at the clip first. So directed by Ryan Coogler, this is the follow-up to Black Panther. And unfortunately, our King T'Challa is not with us for this follow-up. This film is very much an exploration of grief and what happens when the people that we love move on. How do we interpret that? What reaction is appropriate and what stages do we go through? This is super powerful for a superhero movie with lots of action and incredible performances still. Angela Bassett needs to be nominated for supporting actress. She's that good in this.
There has been so much hype about this movie, especially with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, because they had to rework this story.
Yeah.
So how do you think they were able to do it? Obviously, I'm sure panic mode when he passed away, but how do you think the story works?
Well, it's an impossible task, right? You have an entire story based on this lead that's no longer with us, so how do you do that? And I think the best way to put it is how Paul Bettany did during WandaVision, is what is grief if not love persevering? That's what this film is. It's love persevering and continuing on with this story and what Chadwick Boseman meant to them, and you feel that in each performance. It's incredible. It's not one that I would really even want to put a rating on, just to go see it. And all of us Marvel fans, even DC fans today, are kind of mourning because Kevin Conroy, the animated Batman, has passed away today too at 66. So there's a lot to talk about with these, and I think this movie does a very good job of making you feel like you can relate to every single part of it while still being this larger scale thing. And by the way, Namor is the villain. Tenoch Huerta is brand new to the scene. It is incredible. I want to see more of that, but overall, this is a film, spring tissues, and enjoy the performances.
And they do it justice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we can't wait to see another one, totally switching the vibe now.
Can we talk about Lindsay Lohan?
We want to see so much.
Lindsay Lohan's back. How about that? Let's take a look at that.
Spirited.
So Lindsay Lohan plays an heiress that basically gets in a skiing accident and has amnesia. So she's being tended to by this. Who's the guy in Frozen? Who's the love interest? He looks just like, yeah, that's Hans, right? It's exactly what a live-action Hans would look like.
Oh, totally. I see what you're saying.
Yep, this is a Hallmark classic done by Netflix, and it's just so good to see her back in a role and acting and performing. Maybe
How long
the stories.
has it been since we've seen her? What was her last movie? Do you even know?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
She's been doing some weird, and she was in Australia doing, I believe, The Masked Singer. She was a host on that. But otherwise, she's not really been in any starring roles. I think
a triumphant return?
I would say it's a return where I'd like to see a lot more. Let's do more Lindsay Lohan starring films and more silly. She's having a lot of fun in this, and it's a fun film.
Skip it or see it?
Definitely see it.
Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. This
Right.
is talking about what's the story? A Christmas Story?
Well, this is a musical version of A Christmas Carol.
Christmas
we have
Carol,
Will Ferrell in this business realm as a character that's trying to bring everybody the Ghost of Christmas Past, future, and they see Ryan Reynolds as someone that's unredeemable. So they want to see, can this person change if they give him the Christmas spirit, let him see his ways, or is it flipped on its head and now Ryan Reynolds is in charge, trying to see what exactly is this company that Will Ferrell is doing and what's happening.
We've seen this story before, so this is a fresh retelling.
Right.
Do they do a good job?
Well, it's a musical. If you like musicals, which I wasn't even prepared for. Once it started and Will Ferrell was singing, I was like, all right, here we go. So musicals, if you don't like it, might not be your cup of tea, but Will Ferrell's the king of Christmas right now.
Yes,
So
well, we love those actors.
Yeah, we
Right.
can't go wrong with those
Absolutely.
talents, right?
That's a see it.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right,
All
thumbs
see
up.
it's. We're excited. Up on the screen right there is where you can follow along with Patrick Beatty as he reviews for us. Okay, I'm excited about every single one of those.
Absolutely.
Lindsay Lohan is back. Big news. All right, up next, the workout taking over social media with its simplicity.